Transformers Legacy United is finally here, and with it, it has brought a universe to the modern generations line that I wasn't sure it was ever going to touch, and that is, of course, the Rescue Bots universe. And it's brought us Chase, who is going to be the subject of today's Deceptibot 9 review. So, let's go ahead, check this guy out. How's it going, everyone? Deceptibot 9 here, and thank you, as always, for coming back to another Deceptibot 9 reviews. Now, before we get to the robot, I'd like to ask, if you like what you see, go ahead, click that like button. Plus, if you want to stay tuned for all the future content I've got planned, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It does really truly mean a lot to me. And if you want to stay informed so you never miss an upload, go ahead and hit that notification bell and follow all of my social links, which are in the description down below, as well as my Entertainment Earth affiliate link. If you would like to help support the channel and get yourself some toys in the process, save yourself a little bit of money, go ahead and head over to Entertainment Earth. Use my affiliate link, buy whatever you need. It really does help. Alright, with all that said, let's go ahead, head down to the review station and check out Transformers Legacy United Rescue Bots Universe Chase. Alright, and here we are with Legacy United Rescue Bots Universe Chase up close. And I gotta say, he's super cool. He's a super awesome little mold, and I love that we're getting, the Legacy is expanding its reaches to even shows like Rescue Bots. I think that's super, super cool. So here we have our first Rescue Bots character in the modern generations line, unless you're counting Medics, who has technically come out before Chase, but he's still a little weird to find. But anyway, with all that said, why don't we go ahead and check out the details up close here on Legacy Chase. All right, coming up first here with that head sculpt, which does look very reminiscent of how he appears in the show, and it's really awesome. Nice little head sculpt. We got a dark blue up here, which is kind of his general color all around, with the yellow badge on the hat, of course, with the blue, the lighter blue, for the visor, sunglasses type look, and silver on the face, the nose, and the mouth, which looks great. You can see that that darker blue is all over here on the chest and the shoulders, with some panel and lining detail here and there, and we get the clear translucent yellow for those windows right there. You get the wheels here for the vehicle mode on the side, on the back here of the front of the torso. You get more of this blue and some white. This is some vehicle details, obviously like the exhaust pipes and whatever for the vehicle mode. You can see, of course, the siren lights up here for the vehicle mode, the red and the blue, the silver there in the middle, looking very nice. Arms are the doors for the vehicle, obviously, you can see, and we get a little bit of weapon accessory there with the blue and the silver. This side over here, circular and red and silver instead. Moving down to the waist, you can see some detail on the waist here, and you can see on this part of the waist some detail as well. You'll see why that's there when we get to transformation. It does something actually kind of neat, which I really, really enjoy. And we get some gray here on the thighs and the knees with some panel line detail. Blue down here on the legs with a little bit of yellow highlights for where the headlights in the vehicle mode are. And you can see the wheels here on the side, and the back is just gray with some detail here on the back of the legs, which is a nice inclusion. So yeah, I mean, there's Chase in his full-on robot mode. He looks great, honestly. I really enjoy his look overall. As someone who's only watched very, very few episodes of Rescue Bots, I just really enjoy this design overall, and I do honestly really hope that the rest of the Rescue Bots get translated in this style, because I think it is really, really neat, and it's really cool. And it would be awesome to have Chase in the Legacy style with his full team in the Legacy style. But enough about Chase's details. Let's go ahead and show off his articulation really quick. It is fairly basic, but still very effective for what you're trying to do here. So the head is on a ball joint, which gets it spinning all the way around. Looks down that far, looks up that far. It goes side to side as well. The arms here are on mushroom pegs on the shoulder, so you can rotate them. You can get them all the way around sometimes if you wiggle them kind of around the arm piece, but for the most part, you're going to be stuck just going forward and back. Whoop, that's fine. Leave that off to the side. Forward and back like that. They can also go out this far. They can go in a little bit as well. They are kind of the hot rod shoulder style there. They can dip up and down. That is one of my biggest problems with the figure, is they don't, they do this joint for transformation, but they don't lock in robot mode. So sometimes the arms are going to fall, droop down if the joint is loose, like mine on this side. This side is pretty okay. I don't really have much trouble with it. This side here, he does drop down a little bit, which is kind of a problem, but minor annoyance at best. They do swivel here at the bicep, and they do have an elbow joint. And curiously, they fold at the wrist. They hinge all the way at the wrist like this. No swivel or anything. And this has nothing to do with transformation at all. So I'm not quite sure why they pinned the wrists and gave them hinges, but you know, they did. So there's that. The waist does swivel all the way around on a mushroom peg. Legs go forward that far. They go backwards that far only. And they go out full split style, which is great. 10 out of 10. Full splits there for Chase, which is absolutely magnificent. The legs do swivel here at the thigh. They bend all the way at the knee. If you bend them far enough here, they do lock kind of as well. There's a tab there to keep them like that. Feet do pivot here all the way around just due to transformation, so they go out more than in, but there is a little bit of ankle inward there, which is nice. So Chase is pretty decently posable for a little guy, which is nice. You can get some pretty cool poses out of him. I've actually been really enjoying messing around with Chase overall. He's super cool. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the accessories real quick. So as you can see, obviously on his arms, he does have these, I'm not sure what to call them. I guess they could be guns or they're flashlights or something, but they're both on the 5mm peg, so you can pull them off and switch them however you would like. They're just done up in clear plastic with paint all around. If there's 5mm ports anywhere, like up here on the shoulder, you could put them up there if you want. They are meant to be on the arms. In this configuration, technically for both vehicle mode and robot mode, so you could just leave them there. I rarely ever take them off, but they are both there on 5mm pegs. The other weapon that we get here, the other accessory I should say, is, as you saw, this sort of translucent, like energon claw effect. Kind of going back to the first series of Legacy, where all the figures were coming with translucent, like energon weapons. They've kind of brought that idea back with Chase here. You can see up in the clear blue plastic, everything here looks super nice. Mechanical detail, I love the way it looks. These claw pieces here, so the thing that's cool about this, claw pieces are on 5mm pegs. They are pretty tight in here, but if you wiggle them out, boom. So you have some extra claw pieces, which can fit here in the front of the red and blue pieces. So you can kind of have like these claws coming out of the sides of his arms, which I think is a really neat look. And you can have them out of the side of the arm, or you can take them out. You can take them out, put them in the hand if you want to rock something like that as well. And then you can take this piece and just slap it back on over the hand. And now you can just treat it like a blaster, like a hand blaster, which is really cool. And it's, of course, got 5mm ports, so you can throw in blast effects there like that. Or, as you saw at the beginning of the video, if you want to take the claws out, you can put the claws just into the base piece there. Mine are very tight, so I would be a little wary of yours, because mine is fairly tight to plug and unplug. But yeah, you can do that for sure like that, with the claw coming out of his hand, which looks really cool. I really love the way that looks. Honestly, it's super neat, the way it kind of covers the hand to expand out of it. I love that look overall. And yeah, so that's Chase's accessories. Got a lot of variety with what you can do with them. They're pretty neat. I like the energon claw. Kind of glad that they brought that idea back. I did actually really enjoy that aspect of the first wave of Legacy, so I'm kind of glad to see it back in some capacity. But all right, that's about enough of the accessories. Let's do a couple quick comparisons here with Chase. All right, here's Chase with Legacy Animated Prowl, so you can kind of see the comparison between two, stylized cartoons brought into the Legacy universe, and they both happen to be like police vehicles, so there is that. And since they're both from the Aligned continuity, here you can see Rescue Bots Chase with Prime Universe bulkhead. And as usual, here's Chase with our typical Masterverse figure, this one here being Vicron. Alright, so it's going to be about it for Chase here in robot mode, so why don't we go ahead and get him transformed up into his vehicle mode. Alright, and here is Chase transformed up into his actually really awesome vehicle mode. I am a pretty big fan of this car overall. I think it looks super cool. It's got obvious like police car color scheme, but like the make and model of it, it's super neat. It's a super fun looking little car. Absolutely love it. So let's go ahead and get into the details now of the vehicle mode here. Alright, so coming up here on the front, you can see now his headlights are in the proper headlight place, done in the translucent yellow. You can see the grille here, which looks super nice with the, not an Autobot sticker, but an Autobot like molded area for where the Autobot logo should go. There is his feet here to form the bumper, which I think was a super cool piece of transformation right there. Absolutely love that. There's the wheels and the blue all over, of course, for the hood, and the little vents there on the side, which look great. The windows are there, of course, from the chest. The lights up here at the top, which were on the back, are now on the top. There is his chest, and the Autobot symbol on his chest are now the hood of the car. The arms have now become the doors, and you can see they've got that sort of indentation on them to be like, that's the style of door. And there's the door handle, the exhaust pipes back here, the little gas can area looks nice. There's a little bit of window piece right there, but it's just painted all covered blue, not in the translucent yellow, which is all right. And then here's the back, which I think was super cool. These are the hips. These are the hips of the robot mode, and they form the back bumper of the vehicle. It's just super cool. It is a little, obviously, like not aligned fully properly. I just thought that was a neat way of utilizing that space in transformation. Super, super neat. If you take off the claw here, you can see that it's got the vent sort of style on the back window. There's the 5mm peg to just plug the claw piece in here on the back. And if you look on the bottom, not a lot of robot kibble, actually. It folds up very, very nicely and folds out, I guess, rather. You can see his hands, of course, and his heel spurs, but other than that, not really much, which is awesome. And yes, let's see, can he roll? Kind of. There's been better rolls before, but, stylized, he looks cool, so I will give him a pass on the rolling. But, yeah, I mean, that's going to be about it for the vehicle mode. You can store this weapon on various other parts of him. Obviously, if you want to put it on the side like that, you can do that. If you want to put it here on the back, you can, but it will make him rock a little bit because it's on the bottom of the thing. But yeah, overall not a big deal there. But that's Chase in vehicle mode. Let's go ahead and do a couple quick comparisons here and wrap this thing up, huh? All right, here he is with animated Prowl, so you can see how these two stylized vehicle modes translate to Legacy. Obviously, Prowl shouldn't probably be that big as a motorcycle compared to a car, but hey, you know what? It works, kinda. And here's Chase with bulkhead in vehicle mode. This one actually works pretty well on the size comparison there. So yeah, a big old truck and a little old police car from two different aligned continuities in Legacy. Pretty sweet. All right, so that's going to be about it for Chase. So let's go ahead and chase our way back up to me for my final thoughts. So what are my final thoughts here on the Legacy United Rescue Bots Chase? Well, I think he's super cool. I absolutely love this figure. He is so much fun to mess around with. Transformation is a lot of fun, really genius for a standard car bot. Results in a super cool vehicle mode. And I overall think it's really awesome that Rescue Bots is making its way into the modern generations, because I wasn't sure that that was something that was ever going to happen. And I'm super excited for all those people out there who are way bigger Rescue Bots fans than I, that they get to experience this as a bigger fan than someone like me, who just has very minor knowledge of the Rescue Bots show and characters, that they get a figure as good as this of maybe their favorite Transformers character. I just think that's really cool, and that's what I love so much about Legacy. Alright guys, that is going to do it for my full review of the Transformers Legacy United Rescue Bots universe. Chase, go ahead and let me know your thoughts on Legacy Chase down in the comments below. Let's talk all things about him, about Legacy United down below. Tell me what's exciting you about the future of Transformers Legacy. I love talking about all that stuff with you guys. And guys, with all that said, I've been your host, Deceptibot9. Thank you, as always, for coming and joining me for another review, and I will see you guys later.
Shut up and sit down.